Hey guys, I'm Emily and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today we are talking about what you are releasing, what those energies are that you're letting go of, and then some advice from spirit of what you can do to help you release those energies, or what you need to know to fill in of what new energies you need to bring in to your life once you've released the old. So I have three groups for you here. I have the first being the black obsidian. It's this dark black rock that is great for releasing energy. And then the second group is this beautiful chlorine quartz. It's really unusual, another good for physically releasing energies and releasing old patterns or blockages. And then finally we have group three is this howlite, which is a white stone with gray lines in it, and it's very good for cleansing the energy and also releasing. So the timestamps will be in the description box below, corresponding to each group, and then you can click on your timestamp and you can get straight into your reading. Okay, group one. So you picked the black obsidian. It's really dark. It's more of like a matte black. And your main energy that you need to release is the Seven of Swords. So this card talks about deception, lies, secrets. So what you may be needing to release, group one, is a little bit of Scorpio energy. You're hiding a little bit. Maybe you're keeping some secrets. Maybe you're being a little sneaky. You don't want to share everything. And maybe you are trying to maybe take a few shortcuts with stuff, or just trying to get around the full ways of doing things, and you want to try to sneak around or maybe not share as much. So what this card is saying that you need to release hiding and need to release feeling like you need to keep secrets. So let me get a little more clarity of what else you need to release. Sorry if the rain is really loud. It is downpouring outside. And okay, oh, I missed a card while I was shuffling. We have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords talks about feeling trapped and feeling like you can't see a way out, which you can definitely see in this card. And with the Eight of Swords, it talks a lot about fears and feeling trapped and feeling like you can't see out of a situation that you feel really stuck in. But the thing is, with the Eight of Swords, it always means that there is a way out. If you just take off the blindfold, if you just walk in between some of the swords, there's greatness beyond those mountains. And you can see in this imagery here, those mountains in the back, those are the great things that are coming your way. But you have to release the fears, release the binds that are holding you back before you can get out of those binds and get out of those fears that are trapping you. And then the next card I got for you is the Eight of Pentacles. And that talks about hustling and grit and determination. So with that, I see that you need to slow down, not work so hard, not just hustle, hustle, hustle all the time, but you need to release some of that energy that you feel like you need to keep pushing and pushing, and that you need to slow down a little bit and take some time. And I really can see that with the Empress reversed, because the Empress talks about being relaxed and very feminine and very much embodying the feminine energy and just being in a state of flow and abundance. And she is loving life. She is very at ease and at peace. And with the Empress reversed, that is something that maybe you need to bring more of into your life. Let me get a little more clarity on when she's reversed. So it talks about dependence and being overly attached. So you are maybe a little bit too attached to someone or something. You're too dependent on a certain outcome. You're not letting enough flow into your life and not allowing maybe different outcomes to happen. So let me get a little more clarity with the Moon card. What advice you can get from the Moonology deck? What advice can group one get about what they are releasing? And this is a timeless reading, but tomorrow when I am creating this, there is a new moon. So I love to use the Moonology deck around the times of major lunar phases. Cards aren't really being chatty today. Okay, so group 1, your card that you got from the Moonology deck is Communication is Key, new moon in Gemini. So we do have a new moon coming up, but I think it's a new moon in Leo. So this says that you need to communicate, especially with those 7 of Swords where you're hiding, you're keeping secrets, you don't want to give everybody all the information, you don't want to talk about what's really going on. With communication is key with the new moon in Gemini, I see that you really need to discuss it with people. You need to share a little bit more. You need to be a little more open and allow people to see what's really going on in your life and not hold them back from seeing the real you and the real sides of you, the Empress that you really want to show, that you really want to reverse, but it's hard right now because you are holding back from really showing that to the people in your life. What does group 1 need to know about what they are releasing? Group 1. Sorry, group 1, sometimes cards are chatty and sometimes, there we go, they don't want to give up very much information. Okay, wow, it just took a long time. So, group 1, we got 4 cards for you. So it says discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true in your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. So this is actually talking about keeping your dreams a secret, but I definitely do see you needing to communicate of maybe even why you're keeping them a secret, why you're being so discerning, why you're reluctant to share what's really going on. But I think also in all is not what it seems, with that, it really corresponds to that 8 of Swords card, of thinking that you're trapped, thinking you are stuck in what you're afraid of, thinking that there is no way out, but be discerning because there is a way out. And I see that really coming through with compassion and hope, these next 2 cards, and then also growth. And with those, it's saying to stay positive and have hope. The worst is behind you, look up to the light. So you're not trapped as much as you seem, or much as it seems to be, or as much as it feels like it is, and you don't have to hide in the dark with these 7 of Swords, but be compassionate with yourself. You don't have to push. You don't have to hustle so hard all the time. You can be gentle with yourself. It says forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So in hope it says look up to the light. In compassion it says see the light in yourself. And then with growth it says seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So you don't have to take giant leaps at a time. With the 8 of Pentacles, you're trying to do everything at once. You're trying to juggle all of these different ventures, all these different things you have going on. And with growth, it's just saying, just take small steps. You don't have to rush through it all. You don't have to do it all at once. You can just take it one step at a time. And then, so I got one more clarifying card for you, and it's the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And sometimes I think that also means be loyal to who you love as well. So with that communication card, it's saying definitely to communicate how you're feeling. If you feel like you need to hide things, just let people know, especially the people that you're close to. And be loyal to yourself. Really feel what you need and really understand that. And don't come from a place of fear with the 8 of Swords, of feeling trapped or thinking that you need to be different or be someone else than you really are, but being loyal to yourself and what you really love and what you enjoy out of life. So group 1, that is all I have for you today, and I hope to see you in one of my upcoming readings. Thanks for watching. Okay, group 2, if you picked the really amazing fluorine quartz, this is the reading I have for you, and this is in its raw form as well. It's so unique. So the card that I have for you right off the bat is the 9 of Cups. So what you're releasing is wishing and hoping, and the 9 of Cups talks about a wish come true or a wish fulfilled. So when you're releasing this could be just what you're really trying to manifest. Release it, let go of needing the wish, let go of trying to control how you fulfill it, let go of trying to figure out how everything is going to work out. Just know that it's coming, and know that you don't have to have all the details. But it also might talk about releasing and letting go of what you wish for and not being so focused on it, and just being more present and happy with what you have, and not just constantly looking for more wishes and more things, just having more gratitude. So what else does group 2 need to release? Sorry about the rain if it's really loud. It was very loud in group 1 right off the bat, and now it might be getting even louder outside over there. I just keep looking at it and seeing it completely downpour. It was not really supposed to rain today. And okay, group 2, what can they release? What energy is group 2 releasing? Cards have been a little bit quiet in these readings. If you watched group 1, you're a little slow to come out as well. I just let the cards speak for themselves. Oh, okay, that didn't want to come out all the way. All right. Sorry, group 2, it's taken a little while. Thank you. Okay, your next card is the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands is very lively. She's very active. She's very fiery because the wands correlate to the fire element, and she talks about learning and growth. So you might be a little bit too much involved with growing and not enough involved in taking action. So, and then we have the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, this talks about you can see it talks about conquest and survival mode and competing with others. So with that, you might be in a place where you feel like you just need to survive. You don't feel like you're exactly thriving like you want to. Maybe your wishes aren't being fulfilled in this Nine of Cups, and you're frustrated. And so with the Five of Swords, you think you need to compete with other people, and you need to keep pushing forward and keep just surviving and doing it at all cost sometimes. But with that, there really is no competition. Like, collaboration is better than competition, and when you work more on collaborating with others and working as a team, even if you aren't on a team with them, then you can get so much more done. And so releasing that need just to survive and realizing that you can thrive and you don't have to compete with other people to do so. And then with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords can be very meticulous and very intelligent, but she can also be very cold. And so the thing is that the cards are saying that you need to release feeling like you need to bottle up all your emotions and keep them completely out of play. And saying that you don't feel anything, that you're totally fine, you're made of ice, and you're just fine like that, and totally dismissing your emotions. And so the cards are saying that you need to release having to hold on to that so tightly, and that you are safe to express your emotions and express how you feel, and you don't have to keep it all bottled up. You don't have to seem like you're ice cold and that you're fine all the time. If you're feeling like you have to survive, you know, you can reach out for help and ask for others to support you and help you grow. So let's get some advice for group 2. What does group 2 need to know to help them release these energies? Okay, it says, nothing is yet set in stone, the mutable moon. So everything is always changing. And with this card, it talks about that you may think that you might have missed this wish fulfillment, right? And that you think you've missed opportunities, or you have lost out to others in this competition that you've lost. But with the mutable moon, it's saying that things are still open to change. It's not the end. It's not the only thing that can happen, and yet more changes are still coming. There's still more happening behind the scenes that you might not see going on, and that those changes and this path is not, it's not permanent, and nothing is concrete, and that things can still change for you. So just be on the lookout for changes and allow life to really open up. And it says, allow life to open up. And we got the trust card. So it says, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. So with the trust card, it's just saying to trust in yourself, trust in divine timing, trust in your path, that you're supported and that you can take that leap of faith and that everything will work out. Your wishes will be fulfilled. The next card we got was past lives. And this card can talk about past lives or just the past. And it says, release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So with that, it's not only just healing your past lives, but also just healing your past and forgiving yourself and having compassion for those mistakes that you made in the past, having compassion for thinking that you needed to compete with others to get further ahead. Because the next card then we got was delight. And it says, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. So you don't always have to be in this survival mode. You don't always have to be expecting the worst and having to compete, having to fight, and having to work so hard. Just allow yourself to have a little more fun and trust that having fun will still bring you what you want. And it will still bring you the wishes that you hope to have and the blessings that you're looking forward to in the future. So allow yourself to have fun, enjoy the small things, and expect that good things really are happening for you. And then, so the final card I got for you is the koala spirit, and it says that spirit has a plan. So it goes really well with the trust card saying to just leap into the unknown, that it's going to be okay. Spirit has a plan for where they are taking you in your life, and that everything is going to work out for your highest good and for the best. And even it might not look like it's all that great right now. You might be struggling a little bit. You might be feeling like you're really just in survival mode, but know that there's a reason for this time of feeling like you're in adversity, and that it's a time to really recognize this and be grateful for it, so that way you can grow into a higher version of yourself. So that's all I have for you today, Group 2, and I hope to see you in one of my upcoming readings. Thanks. Hi, Group 3. If you picked the Howlite crystal, then this is your reading. So I can't really get a good view of this up close to the camera. It's a little bit small to see. But you can probably see it in the thumbnail picture. So the Howlite is really good for just cleansing and releasing old energy. And so it's also good for helping you to sleep. But so for your main energy that you need to release, you got the Justice card, Group 3. So Justice talks about balance and fairness. And when you're talking about releasing, this means that you are really focused on everything being perfectly balanced, everything being perfectly fair. And you could be a little bit too focused on this, Group 3. And this shows up in possibly comparing yourself with others, or thinking, well, I put in the same amount of effort as this person and got a different result than they did. That's not fair. Or that you always have to be on the same level as everyone else in your circle, or that everybody has to move together at once, and that we have to be on similar journeys, or we all have to do similar things, and thinking that everything has to be balanced and harmonious and perfect. And in the Justice card, it's saying that it doesn't always have to be like that. Life isn't always fair. It's not always balanced. It's not always in perfect harmony. We're all on our different journeys, and just because you put in the same amount of effort as someone else or on a similar path does not mean that it's going to be the exact same outcome for you, and that it's not always going to be perfect of what you put in, you get out. And then in Judgment card, this card talks about, it's about being discerning, but also being judgmental and critical. So what that's saying is that you maybe need to release judgment on yourself, your life, on others, and let go a little bit of those restrictions that you have from the Justice card of everything needing to be balanced and perfectly fair and harmonious, and not being so judgmental of what happens when that doesn't happen for you. Then next you got the World card. So the world talks about possibilities and opportunities and just the world kind of at your fingertips. But then let me get a little more clarity on that one as well. It also talks about completion and achievement and unity. So maybe you might need to release the need for everything to be achieved and completed and perfectly in union, and that you might be really striving for that high achievement. You might be a really high achiever and thinking that those achievements will really bring you happiness and bring you everything you need, but that might not be everything to make you happy, and that sometimes you have to just be happy with yourself along the journey, and that those achievements won't always bring you the most fulfillment that you expect to get from them. And then the next two cards I got for you are the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. So the King of Wands talks about entrepreneurship and leadership and really taking charge and going forward. And so with that, I see that you maybe need to slow down a little bit and just take your time with what you're working on, and that you don't always have to push forward and be that strong leader, that you can just kind of go with the flow and not have to always keep pushing and striving for more and more achievement. And then the Two of Wands talks about advancing and exploring and prospects, and so that really goes along with the King of Wands, that pushing and driving forward energy of always kind of being very masculine and very much in the lead and really trying to push, and maybe you just need to take a little bit of a breather from that and just really look at things and really see where your opportunities are and see where you need to reflect. And then it got from the Moonology deck, the answers are coming. So the answers you need are coming. That's full moon in Gemini. So along with these cards is saying that if you don't keep pushing, if you let go of the need to have all the answers, they will come, and that you don't have to know everything ahead of time, and that the answers are on their way. They're coming to you in divine timing, and to just breathe and let it flow. And then as I say, let it flow, the flow card comes out with the partnership card. So the King of Wands talks about being a leader, being a visionary, kind of being on his own a little bit, just really pushing forward in the team. And with partnership, it's saying that you might need to reach out for help, and that teamwork will give you better results. Find trustworthy people that you can partner with and build up a support team. So rely on those people that are around you and that team to support. And then with flow, it says find an easier path forward, surrender the outcome, and release your expectations. So stop trying to expect what you think is going to happen in justice and judgment. That to let go of trying to control and trying to be the leader and trying to be this person just pushing forward, that you don't have to, and that you can release those expectations and release the control and just surrender to the flow. And then the next card I got for you was intuition, and that talks about listening to the whispers of your heart, using tools to help you decide like tarot, and trusting your intuition no matter what, trusting what you feel in your gut is right and what your intuition is telling you to do, and not just pushing forward because that's what others are telling you to do, or that's what you see other people doing, and so that's what you think you need to do. If you need to take a back seat and just surrender to the flow, just take a deep breath and trust, then everything's going to work out. And then the last card I got for you is the Dragonfly Spirit, and that says truth transcends illusion. And dragonflies are all about illusions. And it's saying that other people might have the illusion of having it together in this justice card, right? You might see other people and compare yourself to them and think, oh wow, they have this so much better, or they put in a little bit of effort and got so much out, while I feel like I put in so much effort on the King of Wands and really haven't seen very much. and I feel like I still only have prospects, that I don't have full completion yet. And saying that in the dragonfly spirit, that just look at what's true and what you really see, and trust your intuition, trust that what you need is coming, and that the illusions that you see online or with other people's lives aren't always the truth. And so it's a reminder that everyone is just putting forth their illusion of the truth online, but it's not always the real thing. So that is all I have for you, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming readings.